It's a direct targeting of Christians. And yes, we happen to be white, and sure, they do kill their own black people. And I feel sorry for them too, but I'm standing up for our people because the government is standing up and singing. You can look at it all over. They sing one settler, one bullet, go kill the farmer. And they sing this countless times. And they just stand up there and they say, slit the throat of whiteness. And nobody condones it and nobody says anything. And they're hiding it because there's a genocide. There's even people called like busting the myth of white genocide, working with Antifa, and they just attacking me like crazy. So Americans really need to open their eyes and care about South Africa, because South Africa is setting the framework for America, and that's why we want preferential asylum cases to be approved, as well as lenient visas to be approved, because we're law-abiding citizens and we want to come and help feed this great nation and keep it great.
Well, that's another point. Whites are being run out of South Africa. The left says, don't let you out, let you die there. Don't have any white immigration to the West. But Russia is taking the South Africans that are literally hanging on helicopter skids as they escape. We've had some who are staying and fighting to the death. It's just unbelievable.
When a baby is 24 months old and younger, they believe, not everybody, but countless people believe
it's a form of vampirism. It's like the left does.
And younger baby. Yeah,
Explain.
If you rape a 24-month-old baby and younger, you're relieved of all your sins and your iniquities. That's what they believe, and it's 2020. You know, so you understand the people that we're dealing with. We're not dealing with God-fearing, loving people. You're dealing with witch doctors. You're dealing with people that boil children alive. You know that there was a child, a 12-year-old boiled alive, okay, in the bath. Now try work that out. Try fathom that, what has to go through that. People have to go. Who walks around?
They enjoy it. I mean, this is loving to take a child. You take their power by taking 30 minutes to boil them alive. Jason Bartlett is a founder of Boer Extinction. He stands for Jesus Christ and only him. And he's walking, just started it yesterday, from Austin, Texas to D.C. to bring an end to farm murders in South Africa. Now, I can play you the deputy president, the defense minister, all the clips, very sad, saying we're going to kill all the white farmers. It's exploded, just like happened in Rhodesia and Zimbabwe and all those other countries whose names are always changing. And it's just out of control. This is the communism, and the left is supporting this. Very, very sad. But it's all part of the New York Times saying whites are inherently bad, need to be gotten rid of. It's not okay to be white. This is what the left is doing, and they're divide and conquer. So Jason Bartlett joins us to talk about what it's really like in South Africa, and now the government's seeking to take the final guns out of white folks' hands, and then like the other African countries, as soon as the farmers are gone, everything falls apart and people start starving to death, and we know that's already starting to happen. So Jason Bartlett, thank you for joining us, and tell us why you're doing this and what your mission is.
Hi, Alex, man, it's great to meet you. And yes, man, my mission is, it's already on foot. I've actually stopped here at a beautiful little church in Texas that gave me a Wi-Fi password because AT&T doesn't work out here. But, I'm walking from Austin, Texas to the White House for the persecution of Christian farmers in South Africa. They've been brutally tortured and murdered. And the leftists are working with people like Antifa, and they're attacking me now. They're coming after me. And it's just incredible how our enemies are exactly the same, because they stand for the same thing. They want to divide us. They want to dehumanize us. And I mean, unfortunately, my cousin was even shot in the back of the head. People get raped. People get tortured. They cut their eyes out. They cut their genitals off. It's just horrific what they're doing over there. And they do it on a daily basis, Alex.
And this has been going on for a long time, but now it's the government ministers officially saying it. It's massive. And now the news is defending. So a few years ago, they said white genocide wasn't happening. Christian genocide wasn't happening. And because the communists are also getting black tribes that aren't Christian to kill blacks that are Christian. This is really a targeting of Christians, isn't it?
It is. It's a direct targeting of Christians. And yes, we happen to be white, and sure, they do kill their own black people. And I feel sorry for them too, but I'm standing up for our people because the government is standing up and singing. You can look at it all over. They sing one settler, one bullet, go kill the farmer. And they sing this countless times. And they just stand up there and they say, slit the throat of whiteness. And nobody condones it and nobody says anything. And they're hiding it because there's a genocide. There's even people called like busting the myth of white genocide, working with Antifa, and they just attacking me like crazy. So Americans really need to open their eyes and care about South Africa, because South Africa is setting the framework for America, and that's why we want preferential asylum cases to be approved, as well as lenient visas to be approved, because we're law-abiding citizens and we want to come and help feed this great nation and keep it great.
Well, that's another point. Whites are being run out of South Africa. The left says, don't let you out, let you die there. Don't have any white immigration to the West. But Russia is taking the South Africans that are literally hanging on helicopter skids as they escape. We've had some who are staying and fighting to the death. It's just unbelievable. Let's come back with Jason Bartlett and talk about how he got to the U.S., why he's walking around the United States to try to expose this. BoerExtinction.org. If I'd have known he was doing this, I'd have got him in studio before he started his walk, but I'm glad we found out about it. I'm aware of what he's doing. BoerExtinction.org. He'll be on Twitter till they ban him. Buffalo Bartlett on Twitter for now, just calling for South African white farmers to not be targeted for being white and exterminated. Something, obviously, that Netflix and Obama absolutely love. Bad to the bone. Bad to the bone. Let me tell you something what's bad to the bone. You've heard callers call in, and former military, special operations folks saying, man, I don't know how you know your intel or how you get stuff so accurate. Well, I've been getting some calls today and some text messages from multiple people telling me the same thing. And they say the contractors, the Marines, the Army, they're all going in heavy into Iraq. Iran is, I mean, the safety's off, the gun's cocked to Iran's head right now after what just got pulled at the embassy. And we'll be here covering it, but it's all a huge time bomb. You know, Trump says he wants peace. I understand that. I don't want war. A lot of sophisticated things going on there as well. Paul Watson's hosting the fourth hour. I want to get us some really big Ebola news here in a few minutes, but going back to Jason Bartlett, who I want to get updates from as he travels across the country. Once he gets to the White House, we're going to be up in Virginia and D.C. at the middle and end of the month, covering them trying to start martial law in Virginia with gun confiscation. So we'll probably interview Jason there. But if we played you all the clips of the South African president, the defense minister, I mean, it's what he's saying, one farmer, one bullet, all this stuff. That's what's going on. And the media then tries to cover it up, or they go, oh, they deserve it, they're white. This is so evil. So what's the difference, though? Explain to people what's already happened in other African countries to the white population, and then what happens once they've all been killed or run out, and how some of the other countries have been different versus South Africa.
If you take a look at a place called Rhodesia, Zimbabwe, a lot of my family members are actually from Zimbabwe, so this is not the first country we've been run out of, by the way. And it used to be known as the breadbasket of Africa, and now the people are suffering from a complete famine. I mean, the people are starving, and you don't see these leftists and the Democrats in there trying to help out there. They don't help at all. They're busy starving. But that's exactly what's going to happen to South Africa, because they just want to take the land. They've in 2018, they changed the constitution to just take white people's land, not anybody's land, white people's land specifically. And they just, in order to take it, they're just going to say, okay, we're going to come, no matter what debt you've got, you've got to pay the debt, and we're taking the land. And that's why they tend to rape the men and kill the men, and then rape the women, and leave the women and children raped and alive, so that they are intimidated to sell their farms. And that's why I say to anybody that tries to say that this is a myth, I ask them and I beg them and I challenge
no,
them.
it is a myth.
Please
it's
come
impossible for anybody in Africa to be violent with white people. Okay, don't lie.
Yeah.
Listen, we know it's not a myth. The left says that black on white crime is a myth, even though it's 10 to 1 the other way. We get it. So what needs to come out of this? Where do you see this going? I've had some of the groups on, the Christian groups from South Africa, they say they're staying. You've got those civil defense groups and things. Are you saying South Africa is just lost to communists, and there's no way for the Africans to wake up and be Christian and realize that they don't want the tiny minority of white farmers to leave?
Well, first of all, we need a bold president like Donald Trump that says, hey, listen, I'm not ashamed to be a Christian and I'm going to help out. And I don't think there's a political way to fix South Africa, no, because they don't want it fixed. They're disguising it as this rainbow nation. It's actually a rape nation because every 3 minutes someone is raped, men and women and children under 24 months old. That's their culture. And, the things
now
that have to
explain
happen.
that. People believe you get magical powers when you rape a baby or it heals you. Explain that.
Yes, so when a baby is 24 months old and younger, they believe, not everybody, but countless people believe
it's a form of vampirism. It's like the left does.
And younger baby.
Yeah.
If you rape a 24-month-old baby and younger, you're relieved of all your sins and your iniquities. That's what they believe, and it's 2020. So you understand the people that we're dealing with. We're not dealing with God-fearing, loving people. You're dealing with witch doctors. You're dealing with people that boil children alive. You know that there was a child, a 12-year-old boiled alive, in the bath. Now try work that out. Try fathom that, what has to go through that. People have to go. Who walks around?
They enjoy it. I mean, this is loving to take a child. You take their power by taking 30 minutes to boil them alive.
Yes, no, not 30 minutes. Work it out. How deep is a bath, right? You have to walk between a stove up and down and hear someone screaming for more than an hour or 2 hours while you've raped his mother, you've raped his little sister of a month or 2 old.
And you stick them in the boiling water for the extra enjoyment.
Exactly. And then you know what they do, like they did with my cousin? He was busy barbecuing and they shot him in the back of the head, strangled him, and then burnt him with a grill. And then my other cousin said to me they sat around him and they ate the stuff he was barbecuing in front of him while there's blood and guts, or just blood lying all over the floor. It's just horrendous what they're doing. And the president goes and says to Donald Trump live on TV, and he denies everything. He says, no, there's no killings of white people. We are clearly misinformed. And that's why America needs to really just come up, because this is sitting on your doorstep. Go look on your doorstep at home. That is coming for you.
That's what the UN and the left are trying to organize. The international left funded and created what's now happened in South Africa. They love it. Oh, but nobody criticizes the communist Chinese that are taking over Africa. Tell us about that.
Oh, wow. Yeah, man. And then you see that, like when I've been traveling Africa my whole life, and all of it, you never used to see that all the small little tuck shops and businesses used to be black owners. There are hardly any more black owners. It's now Chinese people, and they don't employ anybody. They only employ the Chinese. They don't employ the black people because they hate the black people.
Explain that. There's not Christianity going on with the Chi-Coms. Explain what they're doing. I mean, it's all admitted. They're totally exploiting Africa. But the left loves it because only whites are bad. So if a non-white's hurting another non-white, it doesn't exist.
No, they just say it doesn't exist. And that's why I say if you continue to look, you can go onto my Twitter feed and you can see the real live voices of what these people are doing. And look at the photos that you are showing and stuff like that. They're dealing and they're busy selling themselves out because they think, because they poached rhino together and they walk together. And that's another little fact. Nobody talks about the rhino anymore because the white farmer is the only protecting the rhino. The government doesn't care. They make money off the rhino horns. So they're working hand in hand, and they're a communist country, and it's just evil what's going on there. And where can we go? They keep on telling us to leave, but the criminals don't want us to leave because we're the only people paying tax. So the people are getting harassed at the airports when they finally get to be able to go move to Australia or New Zealand or wherever they can run to. And you remember the cornerstone of Africa is South Africa. So so at the moment, I'm actually the only person standing up for black people in Africa too. I'm like their biggest advocate.
Well, I mean, it's well known what's going to happen. We're out of time.
If South Africa falls, then yeah.
Send us a bunch of links. And when you I know when you stay in a hotel or something, it's not bad you're on the road, but pick a day next week when you're going to be at a hotel, send us a bunch of links. And we'll do a whole hour on this and show everybody what you're talking about. If TV viewers have already seen a lot of it, but I'd like to play audio and stuff so people can actually hear this for themselves. We'll actually show some necklacing, some murders. We'll actually have parental discretion will be advised. We're going to go ahead and just show people being tortured and murdered for being white on TV for everybody here. And then the news saying it's a good thing. And then Antifa saying it's a good thing here in America. So we'll talk to you, Jason Bartlett, again on your march to D.C. God bless.
Thank you. God bless you too, my friend.
Yeah, folks, I don't care if you're black, white, who you are. You don't deserve to be murdered for what color you are. And it's very, very dangerous. and civilization is disappearing in Africa. The globalists destroyed Libya, that was helping Africa. Now they've totally destroyed South Africa to make the continent just absolutely collapse so the Chi-Coms can come in and absorb it. And as the Christian whites are run out of Africa, it is falling apart. That's just a fact, very, very sad. Where Christians come, there is civilization. Where we leave, there is death and destruction. And that's just a fact. Now it's easier than ever to have band.video on your iPhone. Simply go to band.video with your Safari browser. Then you click the share button at the bottom of the screen. When the menu comes up, you simply click Add to Home Screen. It will then ask you to name the app. I suggest band.video. You will now have band.video app on your home screen, despite the fact that Tim Cook tried to stop it. The globalists think you're lazy, but by taking a little bit of action, you can override them, have the app, and then tell others about it so they can get the app. So it's up to you whether you want to defy big tech and click the share buttons below on your email, on Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube, however you want. Be sure and share band.video. I pinch myself all the time like I'm dreaming, or is this some type of simulation? But it's not a simulation. You're watching. You're taking action. I've met many of you. I know you. And even 20-something years ago, we were engaged in major game-changing operations like blowing Bohemian Grove and other satanic operations wide open. And all of that was because of early listeners supporting Infowars and buying our VHS videos. And here we are all those years later. I want to thank those original founding supporters. And I want to thank the supporters who've come and gone throughout all the years to bring us to this point. But Infowars and what we've built together is absolutely critical to all those big future game-changing stories we're going to break. So, from the bottom of my heart, I'm asking all of you to step up to the plate like you never have before, and to bust your butts to spread the word about Infowars and all the videos and all the articles and all the information, and to get that to everyone you know on a daily basis, to circumvent the censorship and the control of the establishment, to make sure they fail. Only you can ensure that. And to get products that you and your family really need that are high quality at InfoWarsStore.com. We've got some really big specials going right now through Christmas and the new year. Take advantage of these. See how great these products are, and understand that you're doing this for your own future. There isn't a place out there, period, where you can buy high-quality products at great prices and fight for the American way and justice and freedom. It's so critical to keep the light of liberty alive and to keep us on the air. Don't let the authoritarians win. Go to InfoWarsStore.com today and take action that has and will continue to change the world for the best. Thank you.